The royal family, the epitome of power, tradition, and wealth, often faces the unseen tensions and disputes that are rarely revealed to the public eye. While they are revered worldwide, the deeper layers of their relationships can be clouded with rivalry, ambition, and hidden agendas. In this narrative, we focus on a royal member who has been a steadfast figure for decades, but is now at the center of what could potentially become a royal storm, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and devotion to duty, Princess Anne has always walked in the shadows of her more celebrated relatives, often stepping aside from the limelight in favor of hard work and service. However, behind this composed persona lies a web of intrigue, a story of ambition, family conflict, and emotional sacrifice that has gone largely unnoticed by the public. Princess Anne, the second child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, has always embraced her royal duties with a quiet dedication that often eclipsed the more flamboyant personalities of her siblings. In fact, many argue that Anne is the hardest working member of the royal family, with her extensive involvement in charity work and patronages. Her dedication to her equestrian career, particularly her involvement in the equestrian competitions at the Olympics, has only added to her public image as a focused and unpretentious royal. Despite this, there is an undercurrent of tension in Anne's life, tensions that have often gone unnoticed or unacknowledged. At the heart of this is her relationship with her brother, King Charles III. While the royal family has always been publicly united in its collective purpose, it is becoming more evident that behind closed doors, there are fraying relationships and unspoken resentments. One of the most profound of these is between Princess Anne and King Charles III. These two individuals, while sharing a deep sense of duty, have taken vastly different approaches to their roles within the monarchy. Princess Anne has remained a symbol of steadfast duty, embracing her position without seeking glory or recognition, while King Charles has always been more interested in public perception and the modernization of the monarchy. The divergence in their approaches to royal life has led to a growing tension between the two, and a potential rift that could have far-reaching implications for the future of the monarchy. Recent rumors suggest that the relationship between Princess Anne and King Charles is far more strained than previously thought. At the center of this growing divide is the future of one of Princess Anne's most treasured possessions, Gatcombe Park, a sprawling estate in Gloucestershire that has been her home for over 4 decades. But what appears to be a simple matter of property inheritance is, in fact, a much more complex and emotionally charged issue, with deep ties to the royal family's history, tradition, and legacy. Could the battle for Gatcombe Park become the flashpoint for a larger conflict between Princess Anne and King Charles? Gatcombe Park is not just a place for Princess Anne, it is a symbol of her independence. When Queen Elizabeth II purchased the estate in 1976 for her daughter, it was intended as a private sanctuary for Princess Anne, a place where she could escape the pressures of royal life and live on her own terms. Over the years, Gatcombe Park has become a home not only for Anne but for her children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tyndall, who were raised there away from the glare of the media. For Anne, Gatcombe Park represents far more than just a royal residence. It is an anchor, a place that reflects her values of privacy, simplicity, and connection to the land. However, as the years have passed, the issue of who will inherit Gatcombe Park has become increasingly complicated. Inheritance disputes among royal families are not new, but they are rarely discussed in public. With King Charles now at the helm of the British monarchy, many are speculating that his reign will bring significant changes to how royal properties are passed down. While Princess Anne has long called Gatcombe Park her home, it is unclear whether she has any formal claim to the estate now that King Charles controls the royal family's finances. It is well known that Queen Elizabeth purchased the property with her own funds, but the legal details surrounding its inheritance have never been publicly disclosed. The uncertainty surrounding the future of Gatcombe Park has raised concerns that it may not remain in Princess Anne's possession for much longer. Could this financial and emotional upheaval be the source of the tension between Princess Anne and King Charles. The idea that Anne, the longtime protector of Gatcombe Park, could lose her beloved estate due to a legal or financial decision made by King Charles is difficult for many to comprehend. As the second child of Queen Elizabeth II, Anne has often been overlooked in favor of her more public siblings. But her connection to Gatcombe Park has always been a personal one, and the thought that her brother might claim ownership of it seems to threaten not only her privacy, but also her sense of identity as a royal. The stakes surrounding this dispute are far greater than a simple property disagreement. Gatcombe Park is a royal legacy, a piece of history that is intrinsically tied to Princess Anne's own life. The estate has been home to her family for decades, and it is a reflection of Anne's deep connection to the land and to the history of the royal family itself. Losing the estate would be an emotional blow, and it is difficult to imagine that Princess Anne would simply accept such a fate without a fight. The question, then, is how far Anne is willing to go to protect Gatcombe Park, and what sacrifices she may need to make in the process. Financial considerations further complicate the issue. With the royal family's wealth now managed by King Charles, Anne's ability to retain control over Gatcombe Park may be severely limited. Inheritance tax laws in the UK are notoriously stringent, and the estate's value, which has been estimated at £5 million, would be subject to hefty taxation upon Anne's passing. This raises the question of whether Anne would be forced to sell the estate to cover the tax bill, or whether she could find a way to keep it within the family. If Princess Anne were to pass on Gatcombe Park to her children, Peter and Zara, they would also face the same tax burdens and legal complexities. The question of who will inherit the estate, and how it will be passed down, could become a major point of contention among the royal family, further deepening the divide between Princess Anne and King Charles. As these issues of inheritance and financial strain unfold, the emotional toll on Princess Anne cannot be understated. While she has always maintained a stoic and composed image, the prospect of losing Gatcombe Park, a place she has called home for so many years, could have profound emotional consequences for the princess. It is said that the royal family is not just a family of blood relations, but also a family of duty and sacrifice. Princess Anne has embodied this sense of duty throughout her life, but now, she may find herself facing a choice between her personal desires and the larger interests of the monarchy. The public is likely to watch this royal drama unfold with rapt attention, as the tension between Princess Anne and King Charles takes center stage. The stakes are incredibly high, not just for the royal family's wealth and legacy, but for the public's perception of the monarchy. Should this dispute become public, it could have lasting consequences for the royal family's reputation. What will the British public make of this potential battle for control over a royal estate? Will they side with Princess Anne, the dutiful and hard-working royal who has always kept her personal life largely private? Or will they see King Charles's actions as a necessary step to modernize the monarchy and preserve its financial future? In the end, the outcome of this conflict will shape the future of the royal family in ways that are difficult to predict. The fate of Gatcombe Park is about far more than just property. It represents the legacy of a royal family that has long been regarded as a symbol of tradition, power, and continuity. As Princess Anne fights to retain control over this piece of royal history, the future of the monarchy itself hangs in the balance. Will Anne's fight for Gatcombe Park become the catalyst for a larger transformation within the royal family? Only time will tell. What do you think? Will Princess Anne succeed in keeping Gatcombe Park? Or will King Charles's grip on the monarchy and its assets lead to a loss that could deeply affect her? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the ongoing drama within the British royal family.